Hey there, berries, welcome to game 2 of the lower final of Fnatic versus Mad Lions in the LEC of 2023. If you haven't seen the first one and you don't want to get spoiled on the first game result, go into my channel, and in the link channel underneath below will be game number 1, so you don't get spoiled of the first result. Okay, that should be enough time for people to pause the video and then go check out if they need to. So let's press play and start game number 2. Bear in mind, I don't know the result of this whole series still, so I know as much as you might do if this is your first time watching it. Let me mute the stream. Right, so 1-0 to Fnatic right now. Fnatic fairly going even-ish at the start and then getting that big snap around the Baron, and then that kind of just ended the game quite quickly, didn't it? This time on Mad, we got Mad on blue side again. So we've got Kazi on Varus, Hylissang on Braum, and then on Fnatic we also have the same as before, the Xayah and the Nautilus. So I wonder why Mad chose to go Varus Braum. So Braum is like the defensive version, basically like a Janna of the supports, really. Like Braum is like the tanky version of Janna, really. He's pretty good at disengaging. He does have some engage potential. It's generally quite nice if you are playing with someone that can do lots of auto attacks quite quickly in order to pop off the Braum passive, which then stuns a target. So Varus can opt into quite a lot of attack speed. He's also got Halo Blade, so he's going to be activating those Braum passives quite often if they do get applied. It's going to potentially make Braum hesitant to necessarily engage, because it will mean that he will get stunned very quickly after going in. So it could be a really explosive bot lane down here, or it could be really passive, but I'm not really expecting an in-between here. I've got one passive stack on the Nautilus already, but Varus isn't able to auto-attack the Nautilus in order to start getting that off. Mad having seemingly a good showing in the mid lane right now. Both mid laners going down to half HP though. Okay, kind of spicy. That's going to open up to roam potential. I will say it's going to be easier for Nautilus to roam and gank mid lane than a Braum. So that's going to be the big downside from the support pick from Mad, is that Nautilus is just better at roaming than Braum. So we'll see how that affects maybe the mid lane later on. In the bot lane, it looks like the Varus and Braum are able to hit level 2 first, which could then lead into helping Sejuani invade into bot side jungle. So if they're quick in terms of able to pushing in this next wave coming through, they can then go into the bot side jungle, which looks like is looking like that's going to be happening. Copying a move, I think, from the G2 book from the last series that the Mad had. And they are going to be looking to try and invade here. We'll see how Fnatic handle this. What's happening with this Braum bot lane though? They're not shoving in this in quick enough. Mad are too slow to push this wave in. Now they're going to look to invade. Looks like Talia is trying to give this up. She did get it down quite low. I don't know if she'll try and go for a smite here. She tried to go for a smite, but Mad ended up getting that. So yeah, that's the benefit of being able to push it in bot lane. You are able just to walk into the jungle and they won't make quick work of it. And Sejuani is now looking to gank mid. But it looks like Jace isn't really going to be able to do too much, and there's a huge wave there. So Sejuani probably going to be able to poke down Azir a little bit here. Not expecting a kill, but that's definitely going to have to make Azir recall now, I think. So it's quite nice. Sejuani might want to stay mid here and help push in the wave. I think that would be a really good idea. Sejuani should probably help out push in mid lane to help Jace get a better recall off. But looks like they're trying to do some more jungle invading here. Varus is slowly making his way up. Hook lands onto Braum. Braum's only level 2, so won't have wall, probably. Braum goes down so fast without his wall. Big mistake. Varus ended up hitting level 3, but he misses the arrow. Unfortunately, Nautilus flashes out of the way. Massive mistake, again, coming from Hylissang. And honestly, the whole call, like, Braum missed out on level 3. Like, Braum level 3 is absolutely required there in order to mitigate a lot of the damage coming through there. He still would have gone down quite quickly, but definitely not as fast as that. So the call to go in there without Braum wall is insane. So Braum probably had Q and W. His wall's on the E. Yeah, big misplay there from the shot calling of. I think the better situation. I think the better play overall would have been just to have Sejuani help push in mid, and then get the lane reset. I personally would have loved to have seen that. Braum now looking to be aggressive onto the Xayah. Quick recall after dying. Xayah getting poked down here. Nautilus is coming back into the lane. So who ended up picking up the kill? The Talia ended up getting first blood. So really Really sucks to be in Mad shoes right now. Hopefully it doesn't bog them down too much. The 2v2 here, there's a big wave here coming to Mad. They need to be careful that they don't get caught here. Nautilus might be tempted to go in, but Xayah has no mana, so she wouldn't actually be able to use her kit, her feathers, in order to get the most damage output there. So Xayah being really low on mana means that Fnatic can't play that aggressively in this bot lane situation, so it could end up being some sort of clever minion play from on the bot side of things for Mad. In the meantime, looks like Sion's getting dove here. 2v1 situation. Flash is being used by everyone, and yeah, that actually ended up looking relatively clean. Maybe one too many flashes used, not sure, but yeah, that was a good pick on the top side of the map. On the bottom side though, it looks like things are getting quite claustrophobic down in there. If you're seeing both bot lanes on the blue sides of the lane, Braum and Varus nearly under turret. I think they're tanking this wave, but it looks like the response is for having Mad's jungle up top is to start doing this dragon, and Mad are looking to try and posture this and stop this. Xayah doesn't have that much mana. Here we've got the Braum wall. You can see Braum taking a lot of damage still. Why are they trying to defend this without their jungler here? This is crazy. Mad's bot lane going down really low already. Xayah nearly dies there. Varus having to flash and a Seer shuffle. It looks like the Azir is going to go down though. Jace does finally catch up. It looks like Mad do actually just about win that fight. 2 for 1. But I would argue maybe they went in a little bit too early. I think Braum thinks he's more tankier than he actually is. Wait, where's the... Nautilus, the Hextech flashed over there. I don't think Mad realized, otherwise I think that would have been another kill to Mad. Yeah, I think I'm surprised that worked as well as it did, because I think if maybe Mad Braum just like waited another second or two and another pause and just kind of chilled literally and just didn't push in that aggressively so quickly, I think they could have got a cleaner fight off here. Because if you're looking at the map, I'm going to actually just pause it here. Like, if you look at the map, like, Jace hasn't got mid lane priority. So this, honestly, this looks kind of insanity, really. Because it's 3v2. And look how far away, like, the Braum is to the Varus. Like, this, in theory, shouldn't work. Like, Braum should die here again pretty quickly, but I think they kind of get away with it because the Xayah doesn't quite have enough mana, and her feathers messed up there as well. I think the Xayah kind of messed up a little bit on the feathers too. Yeah, nice shuffle attempt there, but the hook actually coming through really nicely and able to pick up that kill. But now Jace is now able to finally chase through. So ends up being a 4v4 in the actual end there. But I think Braum should have died there. Should it be maybe a 2v2, 2 for 2? I don't know. I think if the Xayah didn't mess up the route, I think Braum dies in the middle of the river anyway, and then they don't have to use a shuffle and go crazy chasing. And then I think they just pick up the dragon for free. So I think Mad actually got a little bit lucky that the Xayah misplayed. Honestly, I think that's all it was. It wasn't a massive misplay, but it was a misplay enough to kind of just screw over the fight. So yeah. I don't really like that engage though still from Mad. I think that was kind of way too ballsy and aggressive without any players nearby. But once again, I mean, whether you like it or not, like Hillsong seems to be the Braum seems to be just kind of the person that's going to lose the plays or win the plays. And that one was won, luckily, for Mad. But the Braum getting caught off at the level 2 in the river early on was a lost fight. Everything seems to be kind of centered around how much does Braum wants to be aggressive by the looks of things already. Fnatic have pushed in bot lane, and that means they're free to kind of move around the map a little bit, get some river control, try and set up for the dragon. And I think they're still in a good position here to set up for dragons. But the Talia is on the top side of the map, so get ready for potentially for Fnatic to start losing some control in the river. Or having an explosive 2v2 potentially in the top side. Sejuani's nowhere near this actually. Just Rumble doesn't have flash. Rumble's just dead here. He can't get away. He's just dead. Yeah. He went way too deep into their jungle. I'm not sure why he went actually past the Tribrush. Because he warded the Tribrush and then I don't understand what the pathing was there. bit of question marks there for the Rumble, honestly. That's kind of what happened on the game number 1, that the Mad top laner just kind of got randomly picked up. That's a really nice engage there, though, from Sejuani. That is so unlucky that he gets away with his life there, the Azir. That is crazy unlucky. That was a really clean Sejuani ulti. That is going to give Herald priority now. Also, Fnatic also know now that Sejuani doesn't have ulti. But it looks like Mad's bot lane are actually winning this 2v2 now. They're actually doing quite a good job. Xayah has set 6, but so has Varus. Varus used his ultimate, though. So they won that kind of 2v2 trade there, but Varus used his ultimate. Xayah has her ult. Nautilus is now going in because Italia is about to come in ulting in now too. Now Xayah uses her ulti, uses the ulti aggressively for the feather damage, and yeah, Mad's bot lane goes down there. So that's why that 2v2 looks so good. It's because Mad used their ultimates, the Varus used his ulti, whereas the Xayah held on. So in the actual 3v2 situation, Xayah having an ulti just meant that it was easier to clean up that fight nice and safely with no one on their team dying. It's going to be another play over to the Xayah. This Xayah is going to be very, very strong now. It's a free solo play there. Talia is going to be really, really strong. She picked up, I think, both of those kills in that fight. So Xayah and Talia looking should be pretty strong. Although actually Varus is apparently 200 gold ahead. Big fight happening here in the mid lane. Nautilus uses his hook to the terrain to try and get away, but he's going to get locked up here and he can't get out. He is dead. Jace at the back there is getting pretty low. Looks like Azir's trying to do something here. Talia's trying to come back in to try and get something off of this. Talia has flash coming up soon. Maybe if she had flash up earlier, she would go for it. Weird pathing here from Braum, exposing him out. I don't know why Braum's pathing like this. It's just making the situation worse because he's now going to be bot lane and lower HP, and that could open up a window of them replying onto bot lane here now. I don't know why Braum would path like that. That was kind of disrespectful. Yeah, I think we've seen it from both series. Both series, obviously, we saw Hillsong in both of those series. Like Hillsong is honestly playing quite questionably a lot of the time. I don't know. It just seems like he's being disrespectful all the time, and it just kind of seems like very, very kind of solo queue. Like some of the pathing and stuff, it feels like you would get away with it most of the time in solo queue, but he's getting punished for it every single time here. Maybe it's just like he's put too much solo queue carried over into pro play. Does disrespectful pathing, not really kind of caring too much about his own life. Be quite frustrating to play around, I think, if I was on the same team as Mad. So bot lane situation, it's fairly even in terms of actual raw gold there. Talia actually, you know, on Fnatic side, being the real winner from the actual ganks on the bot side. And that's going to be always the threat. If Mad's bot lane are going to keep pushing in with the Varus, who's pretty immobile, looks like the Braum can't disengage as much as he would like to. Talia, when her ulti's up, she's ult is up right now, they're just going to keep getting caught down here. If they're going to keep overextending in the bot lane, which they are right now, the Talia ulti is just going to be absolutely devastating every single time, and it looks like there's something going to be happening in the bot side. Mid, Azir dies, but it looks like Talia, there's a fight in the bot side. I'd love to watch it. So Talia did ulti down, Nautilus ulti used onto Varus, and literally as, you know, as I was saying it, that's already happened once for their bot lane. Okay, you died to it one time, that's bad. It's bad enough already in pro play that you didn't identify that. But to fall for it twice now, it's just not good enough from their bot lane. Mad's bot lane is definitely the one of the weakest bot lanes that I've seen in pro play. I mean, I've only seen 3 teams, but they seem to be the weakest bot lane for sure. Like, not preparing vision even. What is like? Why is Braum even standing here? What is the point? There is no point here at all. I was gonna say, if he ends up getting hooked there and dies, I don't know. I would report that for anything. Braum is just being really arrogant and reckless for no reason whatsoever. Like here, they got to know that they got a slight player disadvantage. Like they haven't got their jungler. That I guess they're trying to act like they have got their jungler down here. Hextech Flash gonna come over this wall. There is no Nautilus ulti though. Sion's going for walkies. He might get caught off. He has got flash, but he should be fine. It's gonna be too tanky for anything to really disrupt. But Yeah, I don't know. Mad's bot lane is just kind of, I mean, the Braum in particular is just so disrespectful. It's kind of insane. It feels like coin flip whenever he interacts with any enemy team, whether or not he's going to die or not. But yeah, this is the bot lane gank. This is the Talia ulti going across. Perfect Talia wall though, cutting Varus off completely, having to force the Varus to flash. Honestly, at the point, like, there's no point for Varus flashing as well. There's kind of like another solo queue thing as well. Their bot lane, like, honestly, Mad's bot lane is so solo queue. Like, if you're gonna die, like, at that point, right, you had to flash the Talia wall earlier. And if you're not gonna do that, then you're accepting your death and you're just letting your flash go. Like, flashing so late there, already allowing Nautilus to ult you, it's just... Like, this Varus is going to be completely screwed for such a long time now. He's an immobile AD carry with no flash. Not the greatest peel for him either. Honestly, this Mad bot lane are absolutely just... I don't know. They're just making way too many mistakes already. So, Fnatic are getting pushed in the mid lane here. Looks like Dragon is going to be the next contention. Braum, Rumble, Varus might be starting to head down to that now. Fnatic are very top-sided heavy, and they're not quite here yet for this Dragon. They might just be giving this one up. Not sure what Fnatic are looking to fight for over here. They definitely don't want to fight for the Dragon. Looks like they're trying to play over top now. They're saying, okay, we're not going to get Dragon. We messed up our coordination. Fnatic actually have really bad coordination. I think they could have played for that Dragon. I don't know why they had so many people on that top side river. I think they just... okay. They're just threatening. They're saying, like, okay, we don't want the Dragon. They want to just funnel gold into the Azir. Maybe catch him up a bit. Let him have the turret. That's the trade-off. So he's got first turret. All that movement topside was just solely for the Azir. They just gave up the Dragon. Braum getting caught off here. I mean, that's becoming a frequent trend here already in the series. It's taking a long time for them to actually kill him. He might actually get away. And Xayah actually nearly died. What is this Xayah ulti? What are they doing? Fnatic are trolling as well. Like, this is just, honestly, just terrible gameplay right now. This is but disappointing. As a viewer, I'd be disappointed at both teams right now. Like, Braum overextending, getting caught, somehow doesn't die, and then fight the fourth time you've already seen in this series, the Xayah using her ulti aggressively. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think any of the ultis necessarily needed to be used ultra aggressively like that. That Xayah ulti at the end there was completely insane. Yeah, it wasn't in range. I could tell that wasn't even in range. And yeah, that honestly, that Xayah ulti is... We all make mistakes, but that was terrible, honestly. And now the Xayah ulti is also going to be in cooldown now, so Xayah is also going to be vulnerable. Varus' flash is now back off cooldown, so Varus is going to be a little bit less vulnerable. Looks like Fnatic are going, okay, now we want to group up and just fight. We don't want to fight over this Herald. Xayah's going to be a little bit late here. She's making her way over. And also you got Azir in the bot lane. He does have teleport. Varus Q catches over onto the Talia. They got the scuttle, but they're not actually able to contest the Herald. Yeah, I mean, Mad were there like 5 to 10 seconds before Fnatic, so they had no chance. Hook nearly landing on Varus. If that hook actually connects, I don't know if it necessarily leads to a kill. Varus has flash. It ends up being quite scrappy though. So it's a nice attempt for Nautilus. I think Mad were a little bit too far forward in that lane there. It could have been quite bad for Mad. Looks like both AD carries in the mid lane. Looks like the supports are being freed up to roam up a little bit. Just a classic 1v1 in the mid lane situation. Talia is way too deep and just needs to get out. It just, man, this game is just not clean at all, is it? Like, there's so many individual positioning errors here. It's kind of just insane to see. The Talia ulti not quite catching off the Varus. I'm not sure if that was the primary target or not. But the Braum just doesn't die here. He goes down really low. Sejuani ulti used onto the Xayah there was really nice, and a quick cleanse comes out there. That's why the Braum is maybe able to get away. Nice shuffle onto the Rumble, and there's stuff happening in the mid lane here. Now Xayah forced to ulti. Varus wasting his flash again. Why? Like, he's dead at that point on 10% HP right next to the AD carry. Why would you flash? And the Braum is just trying to waste time here. He's just trying to waste his time. He's literally just trying to time waste. That's all this is right now. Should be allowed to let Talia have this one. Yeah. Yeah, this Varus is just flashing when he's dead. Like, it must be the nerves or something being on stage right now, because both of his flashes have just been completely pointless. He's already been caught off. He hasn't preemptively flashed the fact that he was going to get caught in the first place. So he's like kind of saving his flash until he actually does get caught. And then it's already too late. Like once he's caught, especially when he goes down to 10% HP, and then choosing to flash after that is just, honestly, just terrible. It's just terrible. There's just no excuse for it. It's happened twice already in one game. Very, very scrappy. Like just watch the Varus here, right? Where is the Varus? Varus is on coming into the river right now. Looks like they're trying to find a pick here onto the Nautilus, but the Varus is right next to a bunch of feathers. Oh, he doesn't. Who's the one who flashed then? My bad then. I was watching somebody else. I want to take that back. I apologize to the Varus. That was a good Varus flash to the side there to dodge the ultimate. Who flashed the Xayah ult on 10% HP? I swear someone flashes backwards here. Oh, it's the... Okay, I see what's happened here. So is it the Jace? Yeah, the Jace tried to flash over the wall, but it made it look like he flashed backwards into the Xayah ulti. So it's actually, sorry, yeah, the Jace does look a little bit like Varus with his bow out in some angles, to be fair. But yeah, it was the Jace that flashed backwards, but it was a misflash. He tried to flash over the wall, but flashed backwards instead. So yeah, my bad. Sorry, Varus. Right, okay, big engage here, collapsing on. Really nice kill there onto the Azir. He's not able to react. The Nautilus... That was a bad flash. Nautilus fail flashing already when he's already dead. But I think we can all admit, though, that this game has had a lot of bad flashes. Talia now trying to come in and cut someone off with her ulti, but it doesn't quite work out, so... Looks like Mad are in position to get this dragon, and there's not a lot that Fnatic can do to stop that, so they're just trying to get mid lane priority, and Mad is preventing them to even looking getting the tier 1 turret here. Mad, honestly, been playing better in their team fights. So they've got the dragon, right? Why have they not done the dragon? What is going on? Wait, what? Mad didn't do the dragon. What? Huh? Were they right that they were going to do Baron and turn? But they had killed a couple. I don't know what's going on. Why did Mad come off dragon? Am I going insane? Wait, what? I swear Mad was doing dragon. Why did they stop doing dragon? Huh? I'm actually losing my mind watching this game. Now Mad has lost all river priority. I don't understand what's just happened. Now Mad are trying to fight after the dragon's already done. This could be really, really messy here in the end. This Rumble ulti is good. It kind of cuts off any kind of retreat and splits up the Fnatic team quite a lot. Where is Braum and why is he in Narnia? The set of the fight in the river here, though, is leading into Mad's favor. Braum having to use Flash away after some sort of weird... I don't know why we've got the Braum flanking right now. Why is Braum flanking? Can someone please explain to me why Braum is flanking? Why is Braum not just with his team here? I don't understand what the hell he's doing. This is one of the most confusing games I've seen in a long time. He ruled the wrong way? Hey, Braum, what are you doing? This Braum is... I'm going to say it, this Braum is terrible. He can't play Braum ever again. What is he doing? He's trolling. He's griefing. Is this match fixing right now? Braum going into their jungle by himself, looking to make a weird flank kind of play, interruption play. I don't even know what it was, because the Rumble ulti already went over and cut and split up the team. And then he looks to go in for a random engage there, and then walls the wrong way. Like, I would be saying he's inting, right? What is going on? This Braum is having the worst game of his life in pro play. It must be. Like, this is one of those videos, like, you know, one of those videos of, like, guess what ELO this player in? Honestly, I would have said silver. I don't understand what's going on right now. Q goes over, Bron Q lands onto the Azir at the back, but I don't know, Mad are completely flustered. They're all over the place right now. The Rumble ulti is really nice though, but Mad are getting picked off one by one here. Varus is trying to find a snipe kill onto the Talia, doesn't quite find it. That's blind, I think. Varus ulti lands on towards the Nautilus. It's going to lock up the Sign, but I don't think they can land anything off that. Bron gets hit by the hook here. The wall does a lot of work here in terms of blocking projectile damage. But I think Mad have just lost their cool. I think Mad are kind of just giga tilted, especially watching the Bron play it. I'd be tilted too, to be honest. Baron is going down really, really fast. Mad are trying to prevent it from happening, but Varus lands a nice Q, but because of the immobility on Varus, and it's pretty easy to catch off there from the Azir. It's a nice shuffle. Honestly, I think this game should have been won by Mad though. Under normal circumstances, that's a really nice Jace play. Well done, Jace, killing the Azir. But honestly, I think Mad were ahead early. They were doing that badly. Just lots of random individual choices and positioning plays have honestly just cost Mad the game. And I don't know, if Braum has been playing like this all split for LEC, I would say he'd probably be the next person to go on the team. He's making so many mistakes. It's a good Talia ulti to kind of like block off, but the Braum wall you kind of use there to stop the Talia ulti from being like completely cutting off the Sejuani, which is kind of smart. So credit to Braum there for using his wall there to block the Talia ulti. It's unfortunate that they didn't have any vision around here to try and find a snipe there for the Varus. Braum stays alive with the wall and the Guardian. I think like some of the heal was also used there by the Varus. But yeah, I mean, they've got no priority here. This is like a desperation play. Like Varus being the first one in the front there, being the most immobile is just a problem. The only tank is Sejuani and she died, so yeah. Okay, Zaya manages to recall there. That's kind of sus, but okay. Unlucky for the Braum there. That was a good Q onto the brush to connect onto the Zaya, but it didn't actually interrupt the recall. Would have been interesting because I think she would have been forced to ult to use a couple of summoners maybe. Would have slowed down the game a little bit. But yeah, because of the Sejuani was dead, they got like no frontline after that, and Varus was having to play frontline into the river, and it's just like you can't. Unfortunately, it's just there's just that team composition at that point. If Sejuani is dead, and if Braum has like no HP to tank for them, they just have to give up the objective because they have no frontline for them at that point. Because Braum already took the damage earlier. So again, they get tier 1. I'd imagine if Fnatic get tier 2 here, I would be very surprised to see Mad defend tier 2. Sion taking a lot of damage. That might opt in for Mad to pull in the trigger here. That huge from Jace landing. So Sejuani ulti lands onto the Azir. Azir getting a little bit poked down here. There's a lot of chip damage coming through here. Sion's already on 50% HP. That's another nice... They need to go in now. Man need to find some way of going in. That's a nice Rumble ulti. Locket used to kind of mitigate some of the damage there. Talia wall cuts off so many people, and that's an amazing knock-up. That Talia just carried that fight. There's just one thing there. Instantly killed the Jace and the Braum. That was actually disgusting. What just happened there? That was so much damage coming through the Talia there. Honestly, Mad were winning that fight until they were losing it. That was kind of nuts. Because the chip damage was coming through. Like, Nautilus, Sion, 50% HP, Azir, 50% HP. Nice still from Sejuani. Like, Sejuani's going to die here. I think that's worth it, though. Otherwise, Fnatic ends up on 3 dragons, and then the comeback potential just gets diminished completely. That was a really nice steal from Sejuani. Totally worth it. They might end up losing a tier 2 mid from it, depending on what Fnatic does here. But that was totally worth it for Sejuani to die there. 100%. So how does Mad get back into this game? That's the main thing here. How do they get back in? I think they need to be careful of the Talia ulti. They need to be aware that it could happen at any second, and she's playing off the side so much. If she's not playing off into the side, they need to kind of collapse into her as much as possible. I think they just need to keep up the poke and then just engage on them before like the Talia looks like that she's going to ult, if that makes sense. It's going to be really, really, really difficult to do. I think it's going to need a really good Rumble ulti. Just keep poking them down, get the good Rumble ulti off, and then try and engage in as quickly as possible while expecting a Talia to counter engage. The Rumble ulti here is good. goes through the entire lane, means that through the entire jungle line. So it covers the entire brush. That's a free kill. Sion dies for free. Looks like Sejuani got another good smite hit. But yeah, this fight was looking really well. Varus ulti lands. Rumble ulti then comes again after this. It's just the Talia ult when it zooms past in here, knocks up Braum and Jace. It's just the amount of damage that comes here in a second is absolutely insane. I will say here though, at this point, Mad have used everything. And here's a nice little cutscene here. Boom. That is just so much damage. There's not much you can do in that situation. But I will say in that though, Mad did use every single ulti. They use Sejuani ulti, Varus ulti, Rumble ulti. They may have even used Braum ult. That's not, I know, maybe they didn't get to because Braum got crap controlled, but that was just an insane. Like Talia singly carried that fight there. Because if she didn't go in there, I think Mad would have had the upper hand in terms of poking. So I think maybe if Mad can try and do that again, but maybe withhold using so many ultis, Rumble getting caught up here, knock up, he goes down so fast. Varus ulti did get used. Can they get like a Nautilus skill here? Nautilus having to flash. Not much else leading up to that though. It's a shame they aren't able to get at least the Nautilus back for that. But yeah, this Talia is just causing so many issues here. Braum's found the Talia. He's going in by himself. He's trolling. He's griefing. What are you doing? What are you doing? How is he not dead? I was gonna say, like, what is he doing? He's just going in by literally by himself. Now he's got his Varus caught out, was trying to like help him out. Braum, what are you doing, man? Like, I'm actually really annoyed as a support main watching this and evaluating like primarily bot lane. This Braum gameplay is mental. Because he's now dead for Baron. I don't know what the hell he's thinking. Like, by far the this is gonna sound so harsh and so like, but like, I can't emphasize this enough. He's by far the worst player on Mad right now. Like, this game too is, if I could give player ratings here out of 10, Braum is literally 2 out of 10. This game is absolutely horrendous. I'm really disappointed. I don't think, like, you know, enemy Nautilus has done anything in particular like that special. It's just, honestly, it's just like Braum putting himself in really bad spots for no reason whatsoever and then just dying for it. It just makes no sense whatsoever. But that's going to set up. That basically Braum dying there just basically gave them the Baron because they were able just to set that up so nicely. Like that is literally because of Braum. That Baron is Braum's fault, 100%. Just gave up so much free setup time. Braum's the one with the wards and stuff as well. Looking like, I mean, if they know Baron's gone, why are they trying to contest it? That's what I would say. Like, at that point, you've already given it up, right? And Mad just fall over here. And they're all crumbling and dead. And that will probably end up being GG. I don't see how Mad can come back now. Rumble might be able to kill Sion here. Not like it's going to matter too much. Like, Nautilus isn't actually going to be able to help too much here. But here comes Azir. Hook misses, goes wide. Oh, that Rumble damage actually did quite a bit. They spent a long time there killing Rumble. They might not be able to end on this push, actually. Because it took so long. When's the next respawn? Braum in 8 seconds. Varus in 11. Talia should maybe better get in here. And then that would be it. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, hopefully the next game... I don't think Mad can come back from this. Especially if Braum keeps playing the way he's doing. I don't see any way back. Like, there's no reason to contest the Baron. Like, at this point, you've given it up. Well, we got no vision set up at all. But you're going to have to face check everything. And you even heard that the Baron got called and they're still hanging around in the mid lane. It's just complete disrespect, again. Yeah, nothing else really to say about this one. Does Sia manage to find a Sejuani down here? That side damage is huge. Yeah, it's too much of a goal swing. I wouldn't say like Fnatic are playing like the Talia players like an 8.5, 9 out of 10 this game. Absolutely insane engage in the mid lane earlier. I don't feel like Fnatic is genuinely playing that great though. Like, well, as soon as they go across like harder teams in Worlds, if they make it there. Like, I think they make it here there already, right? I think everyone here is going to Worlds, right? Maybe, I'm not sure. But they're not playing that amazingly. This is a good, really good Varus ulti into Rumble ulti. Sign having to use his ulti to actually get away, but unfortunately not too much damage coming from Brom is in the front line. He does get everything used onto him. Questionable Nautilus ulti used. Cyan trying to get some knock up here. Looks like Fnatic have kind of messed up this engage a little bit. They need to be really careful because Mad could go back here, heal up, and then come back out. But I think Mad will lose the inhib here now. I think the gold deficit is just too much now. It's like 13k now. I think if the gold was more even, I think Mad would win that fight 9 times out of 10. But the gold swing is so bad, and the Baron buff is, yeah, it's just too much. That was a perfect engage there from Mad. The Varus ulti with the Rumble ulti connection, the AoE there was, if the gold was even, it would have decimated Fnatic. I think a nice Varus ulti coming off cooldown already. Taddy getting caught up here. This is what you mentioned. If Taddy gets caught here, that they have a good chance of winning this fight. Nautilus goes down and Taddy is on half HP already. I think Mad can delay this a little bit longer. That's like the first time we've seen Mad in a team fight look like they could have won it. If they're able to stop the Infernal Soul from coming in 3 minutes, if Brom's able to not in, if they're able to get like a team fight going on here, maybe with Baron involved for some extra damage, maybe if they can lock everything down, maybe they get something here. But I think we're going to see both teams maybe kind of relaxing until Baron comes up. I think Fnatic are going to try and take as much jungle as possible away, get some deep vision. Let's try to relax until Baron. That's or like you'll just play for top side, right? There's only one inhib left, so it's going to be all top side stuff anyway. So it's going to be top inhib / Baron / both / end the game. So everything is going to be around top lane right now. Teleports for Mad, you got teleport on Rumble or Jace, so either of them could answer like the bot wave being pushed in because you got super creeps coming down. 1 minute until Baron. If Fnatic die in this engage coming up, that does mean Mad get Baron. Rumble ult is used to wave clear. I hate that so much. Talia ulti used also to try and cut people off. Xayah having to use cleanse. Fnatic are still pushing through, and we've already used the best ulti. Yeah, I don't know. I get why they're using Rumble ulti to wave clear so they can't push into inhib, but oh no, Varus gets caught off here. Nautilus goes down low, but this is it. Yeah, so like Rumble ulti is honestly one of the best tools they have here to kind of collapse and engage on. I think they should just use Rumble ulti to start the fight rather than using it just to wave clear. I think that's a massive mistake there. Like, they're going to be pushing in no matter what. I think you just use the Rumble ulti as a way in to try and get your people in, and then, yeah, like a diagonal crossover rather than just straight down. You kill a couple of the minions at least anyway, but they need to win a fight there to stop the push, and stopping the minion wave isn't going to do a massive amount because you got another wave coming in, or they're just going to take Baron. You have to fight there, and then look to, hopefully maybe look for a Baron. That worst case is that you then, you know, you tighten up the gold lead a little bit, and then you then just save your base a bit. I don't know. They had to fight then. I think that was the wrong move there with Rumble ulti. I think Rumble generally has landed some really nice ultis that game. But I don't like the call for wave clear there. I think that was a very big mistake. But yeah, Brom, Hillsong. He's the one to watch now in this series because he has been playing by far, in my opinion, the worst out of everyone. I think Mad's top laner has also redeemed himself, I think, after the first game. I think the Cassante top didn't really work out that well on game 1. Game 2, I think Rumble was much better in the actual fights and stuff. But I think Hillsong has been just having a really bad series. The Mad support has just been having, so far, game 1 and game 2. Game 2 was abysmal. Terrible. So keep eye on game 3, which will be posted shortly. So be sure to go check that out on the channel. But yeah, so game 3, we're going to be all eyes on Hillsong, honestly, and seeing if he ents or not, because so far it looks like he's having one of the worst series of his life. It's just not going well at all. Anyway, all the best, take care, and see you for game 3.